And it's bad enough that millions of kids are still not in the classroom, but what if some schools end up actually making money off this travesty? According to a soon-to-be-released report from the Commonwealth Foundation obtained by the Ingram Angle, some of Pennsylvania's largest school districts are on track to do just that. In fact, districts in Harrisburg, Philly, and Pittsburgh improved their budget situation thanks to generous handouts from the feds, and that's despite tax revenues declining due to the governor's COVID dictates. And they're about to get even more now from the $1.9 trillion travesty in the COVID relief bill. Now, the Philadelphia School District alone could end up with $600 million more than they had in 2019. Joining us now is Jennifer Stefano, the Vice President of the Commonwealth Foundation. Jennifer, I think parents watching this, the steam's coming out of their ears because schools could see their funding increase despite not being open for in-person learning.
Across Pennsylvania, schools are not opening. They're not going back full time. And as a parent of school-age children, yes, steam is coming out of my ears. And the teachers union bosses, along with President Biden and Speaker Pelosi and the Pennsylvania governor, continue to push a narrative that they need more money to open. This is pushing a big lie. It's simply not true, and there's two reasons for it. Number one, districts across Pennsylvania, 95% of them are fiscally sound. The state government never cut one penny, not one penny, from education funding, despite many schools not reopening. Number two, when the Fed stimulus package came in the first time around, school districts like the city of Philadelphia increased even their reserve funding. They could have an extra $600 million on hand, and they haven't opened their doors. And here's the big thing, though, Laura. In the marketplace, in inner city Philadelphia, the Catholic schools are open. The Catholic schools have been open since day one. They are safely educating children, and they're doing so with better results and at a fraction of the cost, which they were doing before COVID. And they are in neighborhoods that are, the teachers union bosses love to say, oh, but the private schools aren't in certain neighborhoods. False. The Catholic schools in Philadelphia go where no one else will. They are in the poorest congressional district in the country, which is in Philadelphia. They are there serving those communities.
This is a scam. Let me just say, this is a scam for the teachers unions. They're running a scam across this country, and parents, all these liberal parents out there think, oh, Donald Trump's the worst thing ever. They're not going to vote against Trump. Are you happy now? Are you thrilled that this is what you got? Because I don't think they're going to be opening in the fall in Pennsylvania. When I heard Nancy Pelosi say that thing about the variants today, well, we got to check with the variants to see if we're going to have another COVID relief bill. Why would she be talking about a COVID relief bill a third time around if they were going to open the businesses and the schools? I found that very disturbing.
Oh, you should be disturbed. We all should be disturbed. And I think you cannot blame this on a past president anymore. And I think with parents, whether you're liberal, whether you're conservative, you have got to realize that the power is out of your hands. I think a lot of parents think, oh, if I can just get these kids back in school. But never forget the power the teachers union bosses have exerted over you and your children's lives. And that should be taken into account. We need to get progressive about education in America. The money should follow the child.
Right. We should change the way we're thinking about this. If the private and parochial schools, especially those in at-risk areas, can open and kids are learning, why the hell aren't we doing that across this country? Virginia, Pennsylvania, all across this country where kids aren't in school 5 days a week. It's a complete travesty, and it's child abuse. Jennifer, you're a terrific guest. You got to come back. Thank you so much.